Sorry. Next item is agenda item number 5, MVP Jewelry and Pawn. Applicant is requesting a sign permit for the business to allow the installation of vinyl letter sign on the storefront glass of the building for a sign. The plans of the building show the placement of 24-inch letters to the front glass of the building with the watch logos beneath it. The total sign usage is 15 square feet of the 28 square feet allowed remaining for signs. Name and address, please, for the record.
Yeah, the name is MVP Jewelry and Pawn. Address is 1240 Southwest 57th Avenue.
What are your names?
This is Yenny
Yanni
Espadoro.
Espadoro.
And my name is Anthony Garcia.
Are you guys the property owners or sign?
No,
the
the
business.
business owners. So there was a sign previously, like all over the windows, were there for like 2 years. But I guess it didn't have a permit before. I showed a picture, I think, what it looked like before, and then we took that down. And then now we just want to leave it clean, just with the lettering on the top. It's just vinyl stickers. It's nothing crazy. Still transparent. The whole window will still be transparent. No illumination. Just very simple and clean.
So the MVP pawn shop on top is already there? You're
Yeah,
not
that we
requesting
have
the
permit
permit
for that, yeah.
How did you get that raceway, that signage mounted on that raceway?
The contractor that did that sign permit that came up here is still having to remove the raceway and put it towards the back.
Okay.
They're under notice for that.
What is that?
It's a property site or just the contractor?
The property owner.
Okay.
Excuse me, what was the raceway that you talked, or what is that?
That's
See
where
it on-
the box where the letters are mounted.
The conduit, the electro conduit that you see right under the W,
Okay.
that can't be there. That
Okay.
needs to be behind,
Okay.
so it's not visible.
We'll handle that.
Let the record show that Natalie Milian is not present.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry for my tardiness. I came from my other board meeting for work.
No worries. I'll be honest, I think we can all agree this is what we're trying to avoid.
Yes.
This entire request. Um,
But it's just that we felt like to be able to attract customers or whatnot, to let them know that we're here and what we do. It's pretty
yeah,
much
but I think
that,
that's pretty
but-
abundantly clear by MVP Pawn Shop.
but-
Well, I mean, okay, so that pawn shop has been looking the same for 2 years, and that, like, nobody walks through there. Like,
Yeah, we
that,
kinda
the
took
business there
over.
is not. Yeah, we took over that pawn shop. We have another one in the city of Miami.
So we kind of took
that,
over.
The windows actually had a lot more stickers.
Okay.
And it
Yeah,
was there
I don't know. I
for
can see it
over
in
like
the
2 years, but I
Yeah.
didn't have it this picture, but this is how it looked like.
They know, they saw it before.
Oh yeah, like it had all
The full screen that it had on the
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah, all the writing and all that, so I took that out because that did look more, too crazy, but all I'm trying to put is on the top, buy, sell, trade. It looks bigger on the picture, but when you put it on sticker, it's not. It's just like, very nice and clean. And honestly, I think it would look better than a lot of the other stores that are around there. Our whole shopping center actually looks way more upkept than many of the shopping centers that are around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and all the other pawn shops around have a lot of like
And
a
we're
lot
not,
of stuff, and
but we're not trying
we
to be
just
that.
want,
If you see the
like,
store on the
something
inside,
small.
it's not, like, it's definitely not like your normal pawn shop. It's a high-end jewelry store inside, so that's why, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to keep it clean and simple. If, I'm not trying to make it look ghetto in any way, or, you know what I'm saying, like, I know sometimes it might look, I don't want to put no neon lights and nothing like that either, because I could have, in other words, put up like a screen or LED, but I don't really want to be flashy like that. It's just nice white lettering. I felt like it will be clean, On the picture, it kind of looks a little bit bigger, but when you see it in sticker, it's not that big. It's not gonna be.
Understood?
I would appreciate it if you
Anybody
guys
have
would
any
take it under
questions or
consideration.
comments?
Honestly, in my opinion, this is cluttering the glass too much. It's understood that you have a pawn shop and that you buy, sell, and trade.
But it's only the third of the glass, like
Yeah.
just the top, and not the, like, let's say if you get the glass and you split it into three, it'll be less than the third part
I
on the top
understand.
part.
I
Just-
understand.
I mean, it's with the, like, through coding. We looked at the what is it called?
The ordinance.
Yeah, it was through with
So I
that,
wanted
so
to
I
go
don't.
through that.
Mr. City Attorney, I don't know if you can chime in. I have not read this section of the code recently. What is our purview here? What criteria are we looking at? It seems like what they're stating is correct. Their request is 15 square feet, and they're allowed 48 square feet.
And we're only using third.
So are we reviewing the aesthetics? Are we reviewing, what are the factors that we should be looking at here?
No, currently the code doesn't speak about aesthetics. The code just talks about size and regulation. And they're allowed 30% of the front elevation of the.
So I guess my question is, what are we looking at? As a board, if they meet the requirement, what criteria could I approve or deny this under?
Well,
Well, you have to be a little bit more specific as to what criteria, because that's a very expanded concept. You say that, why should you approve this particular request or petition? And the answer is, if it's not contrary to the code, that will be your criteria. You would have to approve it.
And right now it is part of the code.
Seems our hands are tied in this then.
I'm sorry?
Seems our hands are tied here.
That is why my memorandum recommends approval.
Okay.
Until the sign ordinance is not changed, it is allowed to have 30% on storefront.
And we're gonna do less, and I promise, like, we came into this business, we took over this shop from the previous, they never opened, and I guarantee we're not trying to bring in any negativity towards the city of West Miami, you know what I'm saying?
Understood.
And that's
I
why
can't
wanna
speak
make
for
sure-
the rest of the board, and I agree with what you're saying. I think this is an improvement compared to other signs, but I still think it's the wrong direction that we'd like to go in. But I have to follow what staff and the city attorney is telling me, so I have no,
And it's pretty much for
No opinion.
for the hours of operations too, because that's what I'm used to, like working in like city of Miami, Hialeah and stuff like that, where it's you can put whatever and they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, if they don't come by. So in order even to put the hours, they told me I was supposed to do this whole process, so that's why we're here today.
But again, we're not Hialeah, so
No,
we have to
exactly.
go
No,
by
I
the,
That's
Or
why
city
we're
of
getting
Miami,
used to
no?
it. So we are, you know what
okay.
I'm saying, we're adjusting. So, and I promise, like I said, we only want to bring positivity to the community and help out the community. We're a financial institution as far and a jewelry store. And if you walk into it, any of you guys are welcome to come in any day of the week and check us out so you can see what our establishment is about and what we actually do. We're not doing lawnmowers, we're not doing bicycles, it's not that type, you know what I'm saying? We're high-end jewelry, people can do their watches, it's for the community. We're gonna do stuff for the community throughout the year, not just on Christmas or Thanksgiving like that, you know what I'm saying? So we pretty much wanna be a part of the community and
understood.
help them, so.
Any comments or questions, or are we ready for a
And
motion?
presently, that's under review, so eventually you will have to discretion to vote one way or the other and recommend to the city commission any changes that you might deem required.
Thank you. If there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion.
I would make a motion to approve it.
Do we have a second? Hearing none, the motion dies.
You need to have a second to move the motion. The motion can't die because it's part of the code. It's allowed. Aesthetics is not something that you can sit back and not vote on.
I'm waiting for a second then.
Well, you may or may not second the motion, so if the motion is not second, it dies.
Am I allowed as a chair, or do I have to pass the gavel to second the motion?
You would have to pass the gavel.
Okay, just for the purposes of getting a vote, I will pass the gavel, and I will second the motion.
And we understand there's actually someone else that's missing, one
Yes.
of the commissioners,
It's another board member,
board member.
typically 5.
Okay. And would we be able to like?
On the
wait for-
motion?
I'm sorry?
On the motion?
You second the motion, so
Yes.
you have to, the chair now has to call for the vote.
Oh.
On the motion,
Okay, on the motion to approve.
Eugenio Gonzalez,
Eugenio,
Yes.
Natalie Miran,
No.
Gus Ceballos,
Yes.
and Diana Rios.
no.
motion dies.
2-2.
Not sure what to do here.
Sir?
I'm just trying to talk to the board. I'm not sure what to do here.
I have a question. Why, if,
The
why
motion
is it
dies.
before the board? If we
I don't know.
have, if we don't have a
That's-
say on this,
That's a
then
great
what is,
question,
why
and
is it
that's
before?
kind of, that's exactly where I was kind
Why
of
are we
leading my question.
considering this item if it's
I'm not
something
sure
that we
either.
don't really have a say on?
I'm not really sure either. That's kind of where I was trying to lead my question, to see if I can get information, but,
I mean, I understand what you were saying. What are we approving then? Or what are we disapproving?
we're not really approving anything. If they meet the requirements, it's as of right. At least that's what I'm being told.
But if the motion dies, if he does have the right and the motion dies, then he would have an opportunity to go out to the commission and request for a hearing before the commission. But presently,
If there's no other motion, it will go to the city commission on appeal.
Well, presently, it's 2-2. The board took no action.
Correct, but if the board is not going to render any other,
it's not now action, it dies.
it's a 2-2 die.
Okay. I'm not sure how the code treats tie votes, so if it's a denial, then so be it.
Okay. You have the right to appeal it to the city commission, which is for February 1st. So you need to contact the city clerk. She's on vacation, but I believe she comes back Thursday. And she will place you on the next agenda for the city commission to review the item.
And this is all based on that they don't like the aesthetics of the window.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for your time, regardless.
You're welcome.